What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to go over some more Battlefield 6 leaks, and this comes from Tom Henderson, who is a prominent leaker that's talked about Battlefield before. He's actually talked about quite a few different games before. Now, he's said some stuff over the last couple of weeks. I didn't cover those things, but maybe we'll bring them back in for this video. But he goes over kind of a laundry list of things to expect with Battlefield 6. Some things that we have, I think, I've heard before from either other people or maybe we even just assumed, and then other things that I do think are brand new. So I want to break down all the stuff that he said. I want to go over our impressions of it, okay? As always, make sure if you guys do like this kind of stuff, you subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And if you guys super like my content, I do have a second channel. It's called Podcast Now Plus. I'll leave a link for it in the description below if you guys want to subscribe there. Okay, so this comes from PlayStation Universe. He's already said, I do want to bring this up, he's talked about dynamic full-scale destruction. That was that like skyscraper picture he posted, which basically means like things can dynamically fall apart in this game much differently and bigger and better than has basically ever done before. Okay, now he says that 4-player squads are making a comeback with multiple squads being featured in a single unit. Assault, engineer, support, and recon are all expected to return. He also claims it'll feature a free-to-play mode, likely a battle royale, to go up against Call of Duty Warzone. We'll go over our impressions. That's pretty obvious. Also on the cards are battle passes, which with each season lasting around 8 to 10 weeks. Crossplay is also mentioned, allowing for players on any generation of consoles to team up. So that one is honestly one of the bigger ones. Look, and I've said this before, I don't play too many multiplayer games, but I do get bummed out when I do play them, or I do find out that they don't support crossplay in some way. While I get exclusivity and I get upgrading to like the next generation of consoles, right? These are kind of controversial things that I've supported in the past. These are this is a thing that I think is kind of widely accepted. It's something that I'm obviously behind as well. When I'm playing a multiplayer game, I would prefer you give me as many people in that pool as humanly possible. If it is playing with whether it's 2 competing consoles and you have us playing with both of them, good. If it's having you playing on last gen and current gen, now that's a thing that's a little bit more common now. When at least right now, when you have a multiplayer game, you would expect that if you have it on PS4 or PS5, you can play with each other. Xbox, One, and really any of the Xbox family of consoles, you'd be able to play with each other, right? Then having Xbox, PC, PlayStation all linked up, that's obviously that cherry on top, and something that I do really hope is in all games. Like when games are coming out, like I hope that they all say that they're going to do it, and when they don't, I am quite annoyed by it, right? So this is a great thing. I like that. The battle passes each season lasting around 8 to 10 weeks. I mean, there's been season passes big in terms of pricey, but also in terms of quality and content. I mean, Battlefield games in the past, now they've gotten, I would say, not very good over the last couple. But I remember back in the day, the Battlefield season passes were, they were expensive. They were like $40, $50, $60, but they gave you a lot. If you actually did it and Battlefield was your game for like that year, you were probably going to get $40, $50, $60 worth through all that content. Okay, so I'm not in love with it, but as long as they go back to their old ways where they actually give you, content to match what you're spending, that's fine. The Battle Royale, I mean, there's really no game and we've talked about even The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer, and I've pitched that idea, do you think there could be a Battle Royale to it? I really do. I don't think there's any game under the sun now that comes out with a multiplayer that doesn't at least think about throwing in a Battle Royale mode, right? Or how could we implement a Battle Royale mode into it? So for Battlefield, it makes the most sense, right? It's very closely related to a Battle Royale kind of game anyway. Again, to compete with Call of Duty makes sense. Would I play it? I really just like the multiplayer Battlefield. That's really the main thing that I jump into them for. I'm not a big Battle Royale guy. Now, again, maybe you guys don't care about what I think, but personally to me, I probably wouldn't play it all that much. I'd obviously test it out, and I would assume they could, with Battlefield, with the way Battlefield is structured and how everything works, a Battle Royale mode for Battlefield would actually be really, really cool. So I'm not all that against it. And then, of course, the 4-player squads and the fact that they're Assault, Engineer, Support, and Recon. That's not that crazy to have thought about in the past. So looking good. I mean, I'm really so far impressed with what we've heard about this game. This, it's something that we'll talk about as we get closer to it. I'll probably do an entire series on Battlefield leading into this game in the fall. But this game really needs to save the franchise, and I don't say that kind of lightly. I know obviously it's easy to say, oh, this game is like a make or break thing. No, in reality, the last 2 Battlefields, I'd say, have gone downhill very quickly, especially the last one. It's not... I think it's got its fans. It's got people that will continue to play it. Even when it's at the worst kind of content and quality, people will still play it. Now, maybe not enough people to satisfy EA, but that's because EA sets the bar too high for how many copies they expect this game to sell. Remember, that was a big story with the last Battlefield. But they really need to turn it around now. Again, I mean, it doesn't... I'm not saying it needs to sell 15 million units. It needs to break all these records. It doesn't even need to do that. Again, maybe for EA it does. But in reality, it just needs to get back to the core fundamentals of what makes Battlefield be a really fun but engrossing experience. I know these are kind of like the cop-out words, right? Without that many descriptions. We'll talk about what specifically they need to do, but this is a very big, potentially turning point in the franchise that I do think they need to nail. The only other thing that really, besides this game being good, the only other thing that could turn them around is just doing a Bad Company. Bad Company 3 would probably immediately make people forgive them no matter what's happened in the past, right? So let me know, guys, in the comments below, what do you think? What do you think about all the stuff we've talked about? Are you excited about the potential of crossplay? What about the destruction? All that kind of stuff. Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Bell icon turned on. Again, if you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, its name is Podcast Now Plus. I'll leave a link for it in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope to see you all on the next video.